Hey folks, thanks for coming by for Shop Talk with Dave. Today's episode is going to be about air pressure and tires. You know that little light that comes on in a dash and makes everybody nervous, and you go, hey, my light's on my dash. Well, it's a TPMS sensor light, and it means every time the barometric pressure changes or it gets cold or hot, that light comes on because the tire expands and contracts. So I'm going to show you about that today, and also too, we're going to talk about where to find on the vehicle the tire pressure, and we're going to talk about the dates for tires. You know, a lot of times we buy vehicles or a new vehicle, and the date on the tire is like 2 years old. And you're like, what's going on here? It's dry rotted. So that's how you can tell. So the next time you look at a tire, you can say, hey, I know where that's at, and I know how old that tire is. So that'll be a big help to you. So here we'll get started. So the first thing I want to show you is a TPMS sensor. And these are inside the tires. It's where the valve stem's at. And you can read it with a computer, but you can also read it on your car. This is what they look like. And of course you can see the valve stem where you put the air in. And then this mounts on the back side of the rim inside the tire. So that's what a TPMS sensor looks like. And then on the tire itself, you go, well, how much air do I put in it? Well, let me show you where it's at. It's inside the vehicle here. Open the door, and right inside it'll say tire and loading information. Front tires, 55 psi. Rear tires, 80 psi. And this will also tell you the size tire that's supposed to be on the vehicle. Now your production date on a car is right here. Date is 8 of 11, so that would be a 2011 or a 2012, depending on the manufacturer. And then the paint code's right here, YZ. So a lot of information there. And so that's how you go about finding that. Now we're going to come out here. I'm going to show you about the date, when you can see the date. If you'll look right here, it says 4023. So we know it's April of 23. So that tire's about what? 2.5 years old, 3 years old. So if you buy a car that people say, well, I just replaced the tires last year, and you look at the tire date and it's from 3 years ago, then you have to go, well, these tires are 3 years old and they're going to dry rot. So that's the information you need on that. Now we're going to go through the air pressure on the tire. You know, I went through a gas station, and I pulled up to the thing. I was waiting in line, and the young guys come up and they go, and they're in front of me, and they were waiting. I was waiting, and so finally I walked out there. I said, "Is the machine broke?" And they go, "No, we just don't know how to use it." And I go, "Okay, well, let me show you." So then I showed them. I showed them where the PSI was for the tire pressure for that particular car, and how to use the machine. Worked out great. They learned a lesson, and I got some air in my tires. So now what we're going to do, I'm going to show you how to put air. But before we put air in it, before we put air in the tire, now this is my tire gauge here. It's a little fancier unit, but I still go by the use this for my test the tires. It'll tell you your PSI on your tires. So we'll just take off this cap right here. Make sure you put that cap back on, and then I don't know if you can see that all right, but that comes out, and that says it has 55 psi, 55 pounds in the tire. So the tire is good. But if it had 50 in it, we'd have to add 5 pounds to it, right? So, but it shows on here it's 55, because when I pull it up, see, it's right there on the 55. Very good. So now we can take and put our cap back on because it's good to go. But if it wasn't good to go, this is where we would take our air chuck and put on here and air it up. Just like that. So I hope that's helpful to you. And the date code is a good thing to know. And also too the pressure and so forth. So hope that was helpful and it helps you out. Have a great day, and please like and subscribe. It helps me out and it doesn't hurt you a bit. Thanks for being here today, and have a great week.